Lastly, let's get to these NBA protocols, man. Because the NBA has decided to up security. These rules we got not good enough. We need more. So what has the NBA done? To increase safety with COVID, they've pretty much, for the next 2 weeks, players, team, staff are required to stay at home when they're in their home market, except for team-related activities at the facility, arena, or outside. You can go outside and do stuff, or your regular essential activities. But away from work interactions are limited to those who live with you, your family, any personal staff that you work regularly with in your home. When on the road, players, team staff are prohibited from leaving their hotel other than for team activities or emergencies or interacting with non-team guests at hotels. So pretty much what they're saying, hey, bro, when you pull into town, you can't call Shawty up. She can't pull up on you. Or you can't even pull up on your boys who may be in that town because you got ties to that town. And then for meetings, any pregame meetings in the locker room is limited to no more than 10 minutes. And all attendees must wear a face mask. All meetings involving players and team staff must continue to occur on the court in a league-approved space or at the arena in a room large enough to provide 6 feet of distance between individuals. Meeting attendees must continue to wear a face mask at all times. Question for you. Who's going to be in there watching the meetings? Who's going to police this? Who's going to make sure they're actually following these rules? Is somebody going to be at the hotel checking to make sure that guests can't come in? Are they going to rent out the entire hotel so that no one can get in? Because, hell, if I'm a millionaire NBA player and I want somebody to come to my hotel, I'm going to have them book a room under their name. I'm going to cash app it to them so they can book it, and then they can just come next door, baby. You finger smell me like that. If I want to see somebody, that's what I'm going to do. How do you police that? How do you police what we do in the locker room? Is somebody going to be in the locker room holding a timer, making sure we're meeting for 10 minutes? At these meetings, is somebody going to make sure that we're actually distancing our meetings? And on the road for team flights, teams must create a seating chart. You're a grown man a seating chart. and here's my thing about this thing. They're still playing the games, right? They're still going out and playing basketball. You're not going to stop them from playing basketball. You're not going to stop them from practicing. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to lean on each other when they're sweaty. They're going to talk to each other. They're going to dap each other up after good plays. You still got free throws. They're going to be down there clumped up together. People are going to be packed in the paint. And what? We can't police that because that's part of the game, but we're going to try to police the stuff outside of the game. I'm okay with you policing the outside stuff out of the game. If you don't want to have people to have, if you don't want people to have guests, all right, I get it. It makes sense to me. If you don't want them out and about and on the road or in their home cities, I get that. But as much as you're testing these people, as these players every day at least, I think they could be around each other. And I get that, hey, sometimes players play and then they test positive for COVID. That's a problem. But they still on the court. It ain't like you pulled them off the court mid-game. You either find out before the game that they have it and you separate them, or you find out after they've already played. They've been exposed to other people. Now players can't dap up and hug after games on opposing teams. For what? What kind of sense does that make? Then you got George Hill, and I'm not a George Hill guy. He missed some free throws in game 1 against Golden State. He's what else did he do? He was a ringleader behind the day off they took in the bubble because of social justice, which I did not have a problem with them standing up against social justice. But hey, bro, like, you blindsided the rest of the league. At least have that conversation. Get that out there because you're that close to every other team. Let them know what you're planning to do. And at the end of the day, you were bothered by something, but you did not ultimately leave the bubble. So you made sure you got your NBA money because you did not have to come to that bubble. You didn't have to come. You could have stayed. You could have stayed home and forfeited money, and that's fine. But he goes, they can't tell me I have to stay in a room 24/7. If it's that serious, then maybe we shouldn't be playing. No one's going to be able to just cancel their whole life for this game. Now, do I agree with that? Yes. Do I agree that we cannot cancel our whole lives because of COVID-19? Absolutely. And if you are somebody who follows this podcast, you know, I feel that way. I feel that we have to move as responsible as possible while accepting risk. Because guess what, man? We just cannot shut off our lives. We cannot shut off our economy for over a year because of the damn virus. We don't close down roads because people have accidents. We try to make them safer. And we have to do the same with COVID-19. But look here, George Hill, if you really feel this way, how about you do this for me? Don't play. If you're not comfortable with what the league is doing and you want to speak out against it so adamantly, take your meals and go home. And I'm not the person who likes to say, get with it or get gone, but the league came up with their rules. I don't agree with them. I don't think they make much sense. And I get that the impact that it can have on you for them asking you to stay in your room. But the rules that I disagree with are not the rules that are saying, hey, you need to stay in your room when you go on the road. Hey, when you're home, just keep your activities to what's going on in your house. Because guess what? They got billions of dollars they have to make, and they're protecting their investment. And not only are they protecting your investment, by protecting their investment, they're protecting your salary. Because without no season, bro, you don't get paid. But if you feel that strong about it, don't play. Now, if you want to talk about the stupid, we can't jersey swap, we can't dap up and hug and talk after games. Jason Tatum and Brad Beal having a little conversation was problematic. I get it. I totally get you having an issue with that. But them trying to keep you safe, not even safe, just keep you away from the virus when you're not under the care of the team, bruh, I get it, man. I totally get it. But George Hill, shut up. Just shut up. Sorry, when I was talking about Kyrie, I did not hit on him being at that party without a mask on. He was around family. I have no words for that because guess what? I was home for Christmas. I was around family. Did I take my mask everywhere I went? Yes. But was my mask on every single environment that I was on? Absolutely not.